guys, today we've got another how-to video and I'm going to show you the easiest and cheapest way to install and cut vinyl siding. So chances are if you're watching this video, you've probably never installed vinyl siding before, but no worries, it is super easy and it doesn't cost you a whole lot of money. It's not like you have to get special equipment or anything. I'll show you how I cut it. I don't use one of the siding breaks that construction workers use because they are extremely expensive. I don't know off the top of my head how expensive new ones go, but I have seen used ones for up to $1,000, which is ridiculous. But you don't need one of those to install or cut vinyl siding, and I'm going to show you how I cut and install vinyl siding. It's real easy and it's cheap and it doesn't cost you that much. So in this video we're going to go over how I cut my vinyl siding, and I'm going to show you how I install it. So first thing we're going to talk about is how I cut vinyl siding. Like I said, I don't have a brake. I use a circular saw. Now wait just a second. This is the circular saw I use. Now if you have any regular circular saw, you can use this. All you need to do is get a fine tooth blade. This is a 7.5 inch blade on the circular saw, and it's used for plastic and veneer and stuff like this, and it's got real fine teeth. There's a lot of them. It's 140 teeth on this. Now you're gonna have to get a blade like this. If you use a regular blade on a regular circular saw, the teeth are real big and it's big spacing in between the teeth. If you use that blade on a saw to go ahead and cut vinyl siding, it just like tears it up and breaks it and tries to dig chunks at it, and when it does that, it'll just break it all to pieces and you'll never be able to cut it with keeping your cuts real nice. You're gonna have to get a fine tooth blade like this for this type of material, and if you're good with a circular saw, it's real easy to do, and you can have just as nice of a cut as you can on a real expensive vinyl siding brake. So now that I've told you how I cut one, it's very inexpensive. I just use a regular circular saw, and I just bought a special blade for the circular saw. The only other thing with doing it is you should be able to raise your height on your circular saw, and when you go to cut vinyl siding, you're going to want to make sure that this blade is as high up as possible and there's just enough blade sticking on the bottom to just be able to cut this vinyl siding. If you try and put your blade all the way down like regular circular saws are, when you get them, it'll end up messing up and still trying to take chunks out of it, and you'll screw your siding up. So you got to get a fine tooth blade and be sure and raise it all the way up and just put it down just deep enough to be able to just barely cut through this vinyl siding. So let's go ahead and get a piece of siding and see how it does. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, if you're wondering what's going on behind me, I am in the middle of installing vinyl siding on this. I just did a video on this. This is my new project I'm working on, and I'm right in the middle of it. It's not done, and I did a video on what I've done so far and how I did it and what's coming up next. I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm doing to this whole project that I'll be doing different videos on different stuff that come up during this thing, so be sure and stay tuned for that. If you want to check that video out on the shed that I'm building, I talk about everything, what I've done and what's coming up next for it. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description and you can check it out right here. So let's go ahead and cut the siding. So we'll hold this all the way up so your full blade is exposed. You'll go ahead and get your guard over this lip here. If not, you'll go across and hit that, and then you'll have to try and maneuver it to get it to do right. So we'll get it up there, line up the blade with where my mark is, and go ahead and start cutting it. That's how you cut the siding. Now let's go ahead, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice cut, no chop, cracks, or anything like that. So now that I showed you how to cut it on the cheap, you don't need a brake, you can just use a circular saw. Now let's talk about how you actually install these. Now before we put that piece of siding on, I do want to talk about what you actually have to do before you start cutting the strips of siding and installing them. You are going to need starter strips. Then you're going to need J-channel, and your J-channel will go around any doors or windows or anything like that. And I put it all the way up at the top because on this project I'm not using soffit, and that's getting into a big other different thing that we're not going to talk about because we're not worried about doing it. But you use J-channel to go around any doorways, windows, or in this case up at the top. And then you need corners to go on all of your outside corners. And if you do have a inside corner, then they do make inside corners as well. But we're going to go over all of that. So I am going to show you a piece. I've got some somewhere in here. Here we go. This is a starter strip. Now on each piece of siding is at the bottom, it clips onto the starter strip, and it will also clip on to your next piece of siding that you put on. Once you put your starter strip on, the siding piece that you've cut will pop up on the starter strip, and then you'll nail that across. And then when you need another one, as you work your way up the wall, the bottom of that will pop into the top of the piece of siding that you just put on. So the starter strip is just so it's secure on the bottom. Once you've got that done, then you use J-channel, which is this stuff here. I can get one piece. This stuff, you can see it's like a J, hence J-channel. And you'll put that up along any doors or windows like I've got here. So you can see this, and you nail this on. Nail this on here, just butt it up to, in this case, the door. And then when you cut your siding, you'll measure to inside here. You'll butt your siding up in there, and that'll cover the whole thing. Then for corners, this is a corner. I've got a little piece here. This is a corner. That's what a corner looks like, or outside corner anyway. Now it is important to mention how I attach these, which I'll show you in a second, is I use roofing nails like this. They're kind of short and have a real big fat head. They make a bunch of different sizes. I'll try and get a different one. Well, they're all about that size, real big head on it, and it holds good. I use those for my shingles also. But when I don't really worry that much about the starter strips, the corners, and the J-channel, all of your trim, I don't worry that much. I go ahead and nail them down tight. But one thing to mention, if you decide to install vinyl siding on anything, when you go to put your actual siding pieces on, in the hot and cold weather, the weather temperature changes and everything, this vinyl siding, because of the material it is going to flex and move around and stuff. So when you nail this on, you're going to want to not nail it down completely. Put the nail down almost all the way, but leave it loose. That way in the hot and cold temperatures, when it changes and the vinyl siding flexes, it'll have room to move around and it's not holding it tight. If you don't do that and you nail it down all the way tight, it is possible for it to move enough to completely break away from the nail, and then your siding could fall down. So be sure and keep that in mind if you're wondering about the nails. See, this is a nail I put in and it's a little loose. See, I can move the siding a little bit. But here on the corners, they're nailed down all the way. I'm not that worried about those. But this, you need to leave that loose so you can wiggle it a little bit. So just keep that in mind. And now I'm going to show you how to put this piece of siding on that we just cut. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our piece of siding. Take it around to where I'm working on and get this thing installed. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, this is my special edition Josh Wiley scaffolding that I need here to be able to reach all the way up to the top. Thought of this all by myself. Alright, so let's get this piece of siding installed. So you're going to get this piece of siding where you want it. Once you get it where you want it, it'll hit the previous piece of siding, or if you're first starting out, it'll be like this on your starter strip as well. And you just get it where it stops, pop it up, and it'll pop into place. And be sure and work all the way down your piece of siding. Then once it's on there, it'll stay there, and now it's time to nail this on. But be sure not to nail it on all the way. Leave it to where it's still able to move just a little bit. Oh, and another thing to mention, when you're putting siding on like this, if you're working on any kind of structure where it takes more than one piece of siding, you need to overlap it. So at the end here, this is the end of the piece. And then when I put another one on, I'll put it on over here and overlap this piece just like an inch or so. And when you do that, you don't want people to see the cracks. As you can probably see through the camera, cracks where pieces of the siding overlap. You want to get those to where the most human traffic going different directions around your structure. If you've got a sidewalk and people are walking to your front door, you want to hide the cracks that way. That's just how I always do it. So in this case, people will walk down this way, so I don't want them to see the cracks when they walk that way. So if people are walking this way and I don't want them to see the cracks, I start my siding on this side and go the opposite direction. So now it's time to nail this piece on. Take your hammer, just push it up as tight as it'll go. Nail it in and leave it loose. And usually I put like 5 to 6 nails in each piece of siding. And now that piece is on there. So that is the easiest, cheapest way to install vinyl siding on any type of structure. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, be sure to get subscribed to the channel. I am in the process of doing a whole lot more how-to videos like this, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.